Old Man Logan by Mark Millar and Steve McNiven is an interesting part of comic history. In most alternate depictions of classic heroes, they're mostly just fun takes that are little more than a fun subject to mention when discussing comics. But in my opinion, Old Man Logan has managed to be a bit more than that, with Old Man Logan being adapted a few times in media, even if it's just the character himself. Today, I want to go through this story and discuss what it may have been that has caused Old Man Logan to stick in a way other alternate world stories haven't. Right away, we find the landscape of the world in this story is vastly different than that of usual Marvel stories. We learn that in this world, the villains all team together to wipe out almost every superhero. Though we don't learn every detail right away, we do learn that Wolverine has gone through something. We're not told right away what it is, but we learn that it's caused Logan to take on a pacifist lifestyle over the next 50 years, never raising his voice or popping his claws since. We then come to learn that Logan and his family live in a region under the rule of the Hulk, who has become a villainous dictator after taking the territory from the Abomination. We also see that Logan is struggling to pay his rent, unable to sell their livestock and refusing to sell his children's toys. Logan has no choice but to take a beating from the Hulk gang, the result of an incestuous relationship between Hulk and his cousin She-Hulk, and they beat Logan to a damn pulp. Later, whilst recovering, Logan is visited by a now blind Hawkeye, offering a job to navigate the transportation of a package to the other side of the US for $500, more than enough to pay the rent and then some. Left without options, Logan accepts, and the trip begins across the US, where the villains rule. We see a map of the journey where they need to go through the territories of Kingpin, Dr. Doom, and ending in New Babylon, now ruled by the Red Skull. The trip is rife with perils. Logan and Clint are attacked by the Ghost Rider biker gang, who beat Logan, who refuses to fight back, leading to Clint having to use his hearing to take them down. When Hawkeye asks Logan why he didn't even defend himself, Logan simply answers, "They broke me, bub, and it's the only reason I'm still alive." Later on, they find themselves in Las Vegas, specifically the town of Hammer Falls, named for the fact that it is where Thor, the god of thunder, lost his life, and where his hammer Mjolnir has rested ever since. Making a short pit stop where they run into Ultron 8, now wearing clothes and carrying groceries, he asks if Hawkeye got Tanya's message. Hawkeye explains that Tanya is his third ex-wife, and Spider-Man's youngest daughter, in this timeline. They go to Tanya's garage, where she reveals that her and Hawkeye's daughter, Ashley, has gotten herself arrested by Kingpin's men for starting a superhero team to supposedly start a revolution. Logan wants no part of it, reminding everyone of his pacifism, and Hawkeye says he'll pay him double for his help. Logan, desperate to help his family and maybe with a little hint of heroism, decides to help Hawkeye's daughter, storming the prison she's in, freeing her, where Ashley kills the Kingpin. But before Hawkeye can even congratulate her, Ashley attacks him, revealing she wasn't leading a revolution, but simply wanted Kingpin's throne, and to prove she's capable, she'll kill Hawkeye, her own father. This leads to Logan driving in to save Hawkeye, and they quickly drive out of Vegas with Ashley's new forces in pursuit, until an earthquake causes a sinkhole to open up and they all fall in the dark cavern. Logan lights a glow stick, and we see another twisted change of this world. The Moloids. Once subservient of the Mole Man, they ended up turning on him and have since been sinking cities, digging their foundations out, causing skyscrapers to sink into the darkness. Luckily, Logan finds Hawkeye and utilizes the Spider Buggy's wall-climbing ability to escape. We follow more of their travels, the dinosaurs of the savage land that roam Wyoming, the Baxter Building destroyed over the skeleton of a giant Loki, the Red Skull's addition to Mount Rushmore, and they stop at a bar where they talk. Logan asks Hawkeye if Ashley's betrayal hurts. Hawkeye admits that he thought Ashley was the first good thing he added to the world after taking so many bad things from it, and he wonders how he screwed it all up. Desperate to change the conversation, he remarks Logan is a bit more like his old self. That comment puts Logan on edge. He doesn't like that. He doesn't want to be his old self. He wants his wife. He wants his kids. He doesn't want to remember. All of a sudden, another patron tries to make a joke, which leads to Logan almost popping his claws on him, before Hawkeye slows him down. Hawkeye asks what happened, and Logan finally explains. 50 years ago, the day the villains teamed up and beat all the heroes, 40 villains of all the Marvel heroes stormed the X-Man mansion. Logan, in an effort to save the children, stayed behind to fight them all off. The battle went for hours. Logan butchered the villains, Bullseye being the toughest. As he finally sunk his claws deep inside, Bullseye says, "Logan, stop, please. Why are you doing this? You're supposed to be our friend. As Logan realizes, Mysterio appears and shows the carnage Logan has wrought, as every villain he killed was actually his fellow X-Men. Logan goes on to explain that the ordeal broke him. He went into the wilderness crying for who knows how long, before coming across a train track where he laid and waited for a train to take him. And sure enough, it did. Of course, it didn't kill him, but Wolverine, from that point on, was dead and buried. Later on, Logan and Hawkeye travel more and encounter a venomized T-Rex. Luckily, however, Emma Frost is watching and sends Black Bolt to help them. Before teleporting them to her HQ, maintaining her youthful appearance through her powers, Hawkeye reveals that she married Dr. Doom to broker a peace for the remaining mutants, as, despite 50 years passing, no new mutants have been born. The visit is brief, as the buggy is repaired and they make their way to New Babylon, where Hawkeye reveals that despite Logan's assumptions, they haven't been transporting drugs. As they enter a shady building, they met with a man named Tobias, and it's revealed that the package contains 99 vials of super soldier serum, and Tobias is the frontman of a growing superhero team. Hawkeye only wants one thing in return, a place on the team to get revenge on the Red Skull. Tobias grants this request, only for a man to gun down Logan and Tobias to shoot Hawkeye in the chest, revealing they're S.H.I.E.L.D. agents, and that it's a sting. Hawkeye says he won't beg for his life, and Tobias shoots him in the head, killing him. A little later, we see the Red Skull wearing the fallen Captain America's uniform as he reminisces over his victories over Earth's mightiest heroes. Tobias and his men show up with Logan and Hawkeye's bodies. Ecstatic, he offers the money for the deal to Tobias as a reward. At the same time, however, Logan wakes and punches out the guards, leaving Red Skull to fight him one-on-one. The fight breaks the display cases of Skull's trophy room, leading to Red Skull using the Black Knight's ebony blade, but Logan counters it with Cap's shield, leading to Logan defeating and deciding to get revenge for his friend. He decapitates the Red Skull. Logan manages to escape using a set of Iron Man armor and flies back to Sacramento, turning a week-long trip into just 24 hours before crashing just outside of town. Running back, he gets back home to his farm where his neighbor Abe Donovan is waiting. At first, Logan is elated. He has enough money to pay the Hulk's rent for years, 2 weeks early, but Donovan's face is saddened. When Logan asks where his family is, Donovan says, "The Hulk's got bored." The bodies of his loved ones strewn about his home, the blood-soaked floors staining the carpet. Logan realizes what he has to do, and it's there we hear the infamous, and Wolverine is reborn. We see why Wolverine is the best there is at what he does, and of course that what he does best isn't very nice. His first target is Rufus and Danny, the Hulks that killed his family. Wolverine eviscerates them with ease, as we cut to a bar where Luke and his other brothers are boasting about having the toys that were Wolverine's children's. The power cuts, and Wolverine guts them all. At a brothel, Bo and even more banners are heading out after a night of fun. When Wolverine stands outside, claws popped and ready. As the sun rises, we see the one they call Pappy, Bruce Banner. He knows Wolverine is coming, and he's excited. As Bo, strapped to the front of the stolen Fantastic car with C4 in his mouth, explodes, and Wolverine, with nothing but rage, kills everyone standing in his way. He demands Banner face him. Banner, in human form, emerges, telling him not to wake the baby. He punches Wolverine far into the air, reveling in the fight. He reveals that people think the radiation got to his brain, making him insane, and that She-Hulk was the only option for a mate, for his family and his mind. He also states that he got bored of being a landlord. He wanted a good fight, so he killed Wolverine's family for that good fight. This sets Logan off, going berserk. He hacks and cleaves at Banner, sinking his claws deep into Banner's chest. This, unfortunately, only pisses Banner off, and Hulk comes out to play. This fight is short-lived, as Hulk eats Wolverine, ending it quickly. A few hours later, one of the last surviving Hulk family members, Billy Bob Banner, arrives to see his pappy Hulk sitting with a full belly, satisfied with his victory. But adamantium is not good for the stomach, it would seem, as Wolverine rips Hulk open from the inside, killing him in one final attack. Billy Bob is terrified, and begs to leave him and the infant Bruce Jr. Banner alone. We then cut to Logan's family graves, where Logan places their belongings on their resting areas, and sets off into the wasteland with baby Bruce Jr. strapped on his back, to go bring some order back to the world. Old man Donovan says he's crazy. The world isn't the same as it once was. Logan remarks, they killed him 50 years ago, and he got better. He's hidden long enough. And that is the story of Old Man Logan. Personally, I like it well enough. I was unsure if I would, because personally, Mark Millar's writing is very hit and miss for me, though this is one of his better stories in my opinion, though there was still some shock over substance that I think was a problem, that mainly being the whole inbred hillbilly Hulk stuff, especially when it was revealed just how many there were. I thought it was just a little ridiculous. I like the camaraderie between Hawkeye and Logan. I thought that was a fun dynamic throughout the story. And Steve McNiven's art complements the story amazingly. The gore is great. It's always fun to see a bunch of different characters all by one artist in a series. I think he captured background detail really well. For example, the background with the super soldier serum, you could see an agent reaching for his weapon and a bunch of fun stuff like that. It's really cool. Overall, I think Old Man Logan is a fun read about an alternate future where the world falls apart and needs heroes to build it back up again. But at the same time, it's been done before, and it's been done better after and before. It's still fun. It's just a little, it's one of those stories that just kind of is known well enough nowadays that I think people just kind of stay in there, if that makes sense. But yeah, it's fine. So, all in all, Old Man Logan is a book. I don't dislike it. It's fine, as I've been saying the whole time. It's fine. Would I recommend it? I mean, if you're a Wolverine fan and you just want to fill out your collection, sure. If you just want to read good storytelling of maybe you're into post-apocalyptic stuff, yeah. But I can't recommend this purely on the fact it's good. That sounds mean. I do think it's good. It's alright. But it's just there. It's in such this big library of books for this character. I don't think it's essential. That's what I'm trying to say. I recommend it for reading. If you've watched this video, sure, go for it. I maybe just kind of watched Comic Historian's video on it, because I'm pretty sure they covered it pretty well. But yeah, that's all I really have to say on this. As for what I said earlier about why this may have stuck in the world of alternate futures and alternate takes, maybe it's just a thing of it being tragic. Tragedy is a fun thing to read about. It's why the news is so fun. That's dark, I'm sorry. But I think the major thing to take away from it is you get better from tragedy. You evolve past tragedy. You learn to forgive yourself for your mistakes, and you learn that you can get better from what has broken you. And I think that's the main takeaway from this book. And maybe that just resonated a lot with people at the time. And maybe even still does. For recommended reading, I do, of course, I recommend reading it. I do. I know there's other Old Man Logan related books. I haven't read any of them, nor do I know anything really about them. This is the most Old Man Logan stuff I've ever known about. A good old Logan story is the movie Logan. Rewatch that. That's great. I love that movie. But with all that said and done, yeah, I've been your host of the Comic Wraith. This book's weird. It's fine. I don't know how much more I can reiterate that. I've been your host of Comic Wraith. Stay safe, stay true, stay you. I'll catch you on the next one. Later. This book's fucking odd, man. What incestuous She-Hulk? I hate that. That's terrible.